Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. This is a new episode of The World Today. We are going, as usual, to discuss a lot of headlines published on national and international websites, and we are going to focus mainly on our internal and regional arenas. Let me first welcome our dear guest live here in the studio, Engineer Hassan Shabaan, our political analyst and the leading member of Al-Wafd, the political party. Thank you very much for being with us, sir.
Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it.
And we are going to start from The Guardian, where we read, Al Jazeera journalists leave Egyptian prison on bail. A court in Egypt has freed two imprisoned Al Jazeera English journalists on bail nearly a fortnight after their Australian colleague Peter Grast was deported. The decision means Mohammed Fahmy, the Canadian Egyptian, and Baher Mohammed have been allowed to walk free for the first time in 14 months. They were arrested in December 2013 on trumped-up charges of helping terrorists and spreading false news in a case known in media as the Marriott cell case. Sir, whenever we are talking about the judgments or the court's sayings, we do not interfere. But how do you see, the timing of this verdict and the reaction of the international community regarding this, if we should give a damn, I would say, to it, and not to let anyone from outside interfere in our internal affairs, and in specific in our judiciary system sayings or court's verdicts?
Of course, getting involved in our verdicts that we issue is not really advisable. But from the beginning, we should have got rid of this case completely, because the European community, as well as the US, as well as Australia, are just waiting for a mistake from our side. And I think we should have got rid of this whole case from the beginning, not to increase the negative impression that we might give to these people. We do not give a damn indeed, but again, this issue was not crucial to us. And I think that these people, when they go back to their home country, whether to Canada or Australia, I don't think that they will be sued for what they were accused.
If you permit me, sir, and I'm sorry for the interruption, this case or those false or fake news published by those people were in a very specific and critical period in Egyptian modern history, to be accurate even. And when you are talking about our national security or the role media can play to affect our national security, this is a red line.
I agree with you, but if we play politics, I would reduce the amount of pressure that we face from the international community and get rid of this particular case, similar to the NGO's case way back then in the beginning of the revolution, when they actually all of them were accused of receiving funds from outside, and then we released the foreigners, all the foreigners. I think this file should be closed. I think even the one prisoner who's still in jail should be released, and I think the case should be closed.
Whenever anyone committed a crime, whoever is he should be accounted. He should be behind bars. Not to give the chance to any others to commit the same crime, knowing well that they are going to go without punishment.
Well, the credibility of the media, Al Jazeera.
I think that this is the general concept which we all agree upon.
I agree with you. Al Jazeera, was always in the negative side of the revolution, and
was
still.
Okay.
Still, unfortunately, no matter what our friends in the Gulf try to do to improve our relations with Qatar, but Al Jazeera is doing a very good job in sabotaging our relationship with Qatar.
these days, in specific after the death of, may God let his soul rest in peace, King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia.
Of course, yes.
Let's move to another very important issue from Libya Herald, with Daesh showing pictures of Egyptian Christians kidnapped in Sirte. Pictures purportedly of 21 Egyptian Coptic Christians kidnapped in Sirte over the past 2 months have been published in an English language pro-Daesh magazine entitled Dabiq, showing them as if about to be executed. The Egyptian Foreign Ministry says it's investigating the fate of the men, mainly manual workers from Upper Egypt. And of course, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has given his own instructions to all the ministers and ministries and also the concerned authorities to give all the expatriates there a safe return, whoever want to return back to Egypt, because till the moment, unfortunately, there are Egyptians in Libya who do not want to return back. And the Foreign Ministry renewed its warnings not to go to Libya, and to those who are there to stay far and away from any chaotic or dangerous zones. Is this another threat from Daesh to Egypt, or another way to say that if we are not able to do more in Sinai, we are going to trap Egyptians outside our territories?
Let me put it this way. Libya is a threat, was and still a threat. And I think what's happening in Libya is we should be very concerned about. This is the beginning. And I think we better watch our western borders, because we will have a confrontation sooner or later with Daesh in this particular area. In Derna, they have a huge camp, and I think this particular strip of land along our borders between Derna, Benghazi, the Jabal al-Akhdar and Sirte, Tobruk, all of this particular area.
The borders of Tunisia, Tel Ajdabia. But sir, is this our fight? Is this our battle?
We actually should be very concerned and ready to assist the local government in Libya if they require our help. But it will be a very hairy situation, because I think the countries that got involved in the beginning in the removal of Gaddafi will be
the NATO allies?
Yes, of course. Of course. They will look into this as if we are interfering in Libya to rescue our people. I think we better leave this up to our military and our...
As if we are interfering in Libya to save our people.
Right.
And this is our right.
We better make it very clear.
If we do not know how to protect people there, I think that this is our right, and this is their right. I mean, this is our duty and their right as Egyptians.
France did it in Somalia, and Israel did it in Uganda, in Antibes. I think we better do...
Before leaving this, in one word, is it the military or the security solution, or the diplomatic one, or the international community, or the interference of international organizations like the UN or the Arab League, or all goes together?
Partially, we need to coordinate with the international community just to have an international umbrella. We better do a joint operation, not on our own. I don't want to see Egyptian forces, because I don't want to move into a trap. Because we have a very bitter experience many moons ago in Cyprus. And I don't want to get into a trap, but we need to have
an international umbrella.
Right, an international umbrella, and some military and naval cooperation, maybe from the European Union.
Do you think that this is the main target, to drag Egypt into a battle which is not hers or ours?
Partially, yes. I think our intact army is forming a headache to the U.S. because you know.
Long ago. From Al-Ahram Online, we continue to read. Egypt's Al-Azhar condemns shooting of U.S. Muslim students. Al-Azhar, the Egyptian Center of Islamic Scholarship, condemned the murder of 3 Muslim students in the United States as a terrorist cowardly act. The slayings in North Carolina University town of Chapel Hill on Tuesday claimed the lives of Shadi Barakat, 23, his wife Yusr Muhammad, 21, and her sister Razan Muhammad, 19. Well, is it again a hatred crime? Is it Islamophobia again? Is it an anti-religion, I should say? Is it something targeting Muslims all over the world, wherever they are? Is the timing of this crime intended, or it happened just like that haphazardly? Really, I cannot understand.
I have a feeling that some of the Muslims get involved in discussions in regard of religion and so forth, and in the U.S. in particular, they do not have enough information about Muslims, and they think it is one of these religions that have something to do with, weird religions. It's not really, and I think this particular incident might be an incident that took place between individuals. It's not really meant to create, an Islamic, problem or, charge the Muslims in the U.S. to do something about it. I think Muslims should be very wise about it, not to act, we need to be wise. We've been dragged to situations where,
You have not heard any Je suis Yusr or Je suis